Welcome to Springer Precision. Today we're going to show you how to check your magazine in a mag gauge. This is the mag gauge that we use. It's not sanctioned by USPSA. They only have one gauge that they use that's authorized. This one is made to those specs, but it's not an official gauge. So the way the gauge works is you put the bottom of the magazine base pad to the bottom of the gauge, and then it has to fit flush along the back ridge. And there's an angle up here. So to do that, if it hits up here, it's not going to pass the gauge test. So you just slide it in, push it, and make sure that there's no air here. And you want a little bit of a gap up at the top. So there can be a few variations in the magazines, because as you can see, this magazine here has a little crimp at the back, and that can vary. So sometimes the material is taller in the back. And a lot of these magazines have been produced over decades. So you want to make sure that if you're going to a sanctioned match, that your magazines fit the gauge so that you're in the right division. So if you find that it doesn't fit and it won't go all the way flush, there's a couple things that you can do easily. The back of this can be rounded down in most magazines. You want to make sure that it's still not allowing the bullet to go up further than it needs to go to feed, but generally there's a little bit of room that you can get away with using a file or sandpaper to take that down just a little bit. But the key is, when it's seated in the gauge, you want it to fit flush and all the way to the back. That's why you're going to see that our little bit of traction there does not go into the gauge, so that it actually can gauge. So as long as it fits into the gauge, you're good to go. If you have any questions or comments about this video, please leave them below or contact us on our website, orders@springerprecision.com. Thanks for watching.